Test. uh, you know me so well. Yeah, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm gonna need to prep a few things first before I start the stream, as usual. Okay, got everything set here. Okay. All right. What's going on? Nothing. I'm just prepping the stream here. You know, starting the chat software here, the streamer bot, as well as the YouTuber software, and you know, prepping all the stuff. Now everything is set, so let's start the stream. Yes, already. Okay. All right. Hello there. Welcome back to another stream. And yeah, today I will be working on a commission work, a character commission work, and then working on a render project. It's the same render that I do last time, you know, just taking images and then poses and then try to recreate it using my rig. And yeah, I heard music playing. Yeah, I'm using a new background music here. Different background music than usual. You know, I usually play the Wii music stuff, but today I wanna want something different, you know. So I found this playlist for like video game music, and I quite like it. So I decided to play this one for this stream, and I don't know, maybe our stream as well, because the playlist is well, not a playlist, it's a compilation video, and it's 500 it's 5 hours long. So yeah, there will be plenty of music here for the stream. The I think the music here only like for only half, or like the variation, and the rest just looping background music. So, but still, that's a lot of music here for background. No, the NCS. The NCS. Ah, that must be I was checking another video here. That's from another video I'm opening in Edge here. I'm using Edge to like play background music and checking the stream stats or whatever. All right, let's go to the second workspace. And so let me open Firefox first so I can showcase what I'm working on. So, oh yeah, hold on, I need to open the project file as well. Okay, where's the other one? There we go. So I'm working on this character over here. It's a free character, another character, and here's another image that the commissioner sent. And the main thing I will be working on today, tonight, is the leg right here. As you can see, the leg is very unique. Say, I don't know what this kind of leg is called, but from what I heard, from what I researched, it's called the hind leg. So something like so. So I don't know if that's what it's called, but yeah, I'm gonna call it hind leg anyway. So yeah, it's this kind of leg, as you can see here, and I have made this kind of leg before on another project. It's a fan art, you can say. It's for an artist called Neil Wandra. This one. There you go. And as you can see, if we go to the rig, there you go. As you can see, it has almost the same leg as this one. And even give you even do a showcase here, showing how the leg work. So the leg originally started as straight like so, but then using copy transform, it follows the control bone here, which makes it bend like so. And the reason I make it straight, it's so, well, it's easier to work like that instead of making it like bend for like the static. And yeah, here's also this sketch I made for like designing the leg, because, well, nobody has ever made this kind of leg for like Minecraft character, at least not the one like I do, where the mesh is combined together. Because there are other people that have made this hind leg style of, well, model, but it's usually in like separate pieces. So let me open an example here, if I have one. There you go. Here's one example from the reference I have. As you can see, the leg here is made of separate parts. So then let me open another example. There is a Blockbench model that also uses a reference, but unfortunately I cannot open it here. Well, I can, but I don't have any overlay for it. Maybe I could open the screenshot that I took a while ago. Open with Firefox. There you go. As you can see with this one, it also uses a separate mesh. You have 1, 2, and 3. And for me, it's for the leg mesh to fit my style. It need to be together like this. And so yeah, that's the challenge. Now I could just use this leg mesh, like reusing it, so I don't have to remodel it. But I decided to recreate it again from scratch because, well, for one, in the reference here, the leg bend is a lot more, I could say, compared to this one. Like this one looked as bent forward, but only a bit. But this one, I wanted it to be big, bend a lot more, and also it made it a bit more chunky. So it's the top one, so it fits the reference there. Why Edge? Not use Edge is bad. Well, that's the only other browser I have. I have Brave, which is my main browser for like browsing and stuff. And then Firefox, that one I only use it for stream here to open images and other stuff that I can show on stream. Then there's Edge, which I use to play background music as well as monitoring my stream on both Twitch and YouTube. Brave or Chrome? Well, maybe not Chrome. Chrome is yeah. But I heard that Firefox is getting worse. Like they plan to shove AI stuff into the browser, which is terrible. Like, why did you do it? Come on. Nobody wants that. Just focus on creating a good browser. But anyway, that's what I will be working today. Do you like Rick? I have made like an initial model, and what I'm gonna do today is just to recreate the rig setup I made for the Nirwandra project. So let's go to Blender. Also, I won't be playing any games today. I will just work on project. So no Hytale today. No Hytale today. There you go. Besides, it's the game still feels a bit hollow for me. Well, maybe because I'm used with Vintage Story, with how much stuff there is. Well, not how much. It's more like how slow the progress is. But yeah, probably gonna play it again some other time. Okay, need to open the project file. There you go. So here's what I made. Currently, this one is just bent using static transform here. And here's what it looked like without the static transform. The what is it? Rest pose. As you can see, it's straight. Then we enable this again and it became bent. Later, once the rig is set, this will follow what is it? A copy transform. So this the form bone will follow with the rest of the control bone. What's bad about Chrome? Well, Google. So if you use Chromium, then maybe it's better. But yeah, I haven't used Chrome for a long time now. I switched to Firefox, but then I keep getting issues with Firefox, so I switched to Brave, and Brave has been my like my default browser. Now, Brave is still based on Chromium, but it's a lot better, I think. And it has a ad blocker integrated into the browser, so I don't have to install any third-party extension. Why not using Chrome? I don't remember. It's a long time ago since I last using Chrome. But I think it's mostly because of the the privacy stuff or something like that. Because well, it's owned by Google, Chrome. So yeah, I switched to Firefox instead. But now Firefox start adding AI to the browser, and like stop using Firefox now. The only reason I keep Firefox is because I need a different browser for like showing stuff on stream, and I already have Firefox installed, so yeah. What's the reason you're saying Google is bad? We don't use internet entirely at this point. Well, Google is not entirely bad, but I know I don't really like have everything is controlled by Google or any other big company. So try to diversify, something like that, and stop using like rely only on one thing. That's why I use Edge as well, or Firefox as well. But whatever, it's just a browser. Anyway, let's start renaming things. EF. Actually, let me open my the preset on the other window, so I could use it as a reference. Anyway, I think I could show you this. So here's the Near Wonder preset. Here's what kind of rig I want to make. And here's what it look like in the like internal bones. As you can see, it's very different compared to regular Minecraft. Well, the rig I usually use for like Minecraft character. That's because this one is based on a rig for like horses. From the, I think I used a tutorial from Pierre Picard, because he's like a really, well, he's really good at rigging. So yeah. Anyway, need to set this to X-ray, and then go back to this. If you Microsoft to control everything, your computer, Minecraft account, just install AutoCAD, Google Play, and say Google control everything, start thing removing. Yeah, it's just that I don't know. I stopped using Google for a long time now, and I don't think, not Google, Chrome for a long time now. I don't think I will like immediately jump back to it. Besides, Brave is a really good browser. Well, at least for me. Don't know for you. Alright. This I should call this leg upper. This will be L. Like middle. Bottom. Or maybe I should use this instead, so the name became shorter. There we go. This will be the ankle. now I need to add a bendy bone. Go. Gonna move these to different collection. Set the display as penny bone so I can easily differentiate it. There you go. Keep offset. No, not keep offset. What's that? Oh yeah, it is keep offset. Just started using Brave, it's good. I just don't like how they advertise the VPN part, but only realize it's not free. It's supported by this. Yeah, they also advertise I think it's like Bitcoin wallet or something like that. No, I don't really use any of the service. I only use the main browser thing. And the main reason I use Brave is because, well, as I said before, it has ad blocker already integrated, so I don't have to manually install third-party ad blocker. Okay, bendy bone. Gonna set this 3. Stretch 2. Wait, not that. Let's rename this first. Oh, where's the bone? There you go. PDY leg ankle dot body dot L. This one will be the head. This one will be the tail. There you go. Oh yeah, I forgot to set the bendy bone here. Tangent, head, tail. There you go. Parent it to this. Oh, wait. Keep offset. There you go. This to this. There you go. Hi Lucas VD, welcome to the stream. It's always good to see someone from Twitch here. That isn't a bot. Because most of my viewer here comes from YouTube side. No, actually most of our viewers come from Carfusi here. He's always here for most of my stream. And there are other peoples, but mostly it's just Carfusi here on the chat. Yeah, it has a blocker, that's a good part. Can you fix your rig now? If you want to know how to get the player, taper the arm finger and you get a problem. Ah, okay, hold on. I gotta save this first. Save incremental. Also, what kind of music is playing right now? It's Christmas music? I don't really like it. Let's fast forward to something else. There you go. That's terrible music. Well, not terrible. It's just that I don't really like it. All right. Bottom taper. All right. Gonna splash. Empty scene. Then import the rig. Oh yeah, I need to enable the rig UI first because this is the first import. The rig UI won't start automatically. Rig feature setting. Finger. There you go. There you go. Keep my microphone close to my mouth here. And then arm, taper, bottom. Ah, yes. If I remember, this is because the taper doesn't affect the... No, it's on all. So it should have. Oh, wait. Hold on. Ah, yes. I know now. It's because the armature is above all of the other lattices. So the taper does work. Oh, no, does work, as you can see. It's just that when I move the arm here, it's no longer get the taper because the finger part here is controlled by the armature, and the armature is before the other lattice modifier. So what happened if I move this down? Ah, there you go. Let's fix it. Does it cause any issue? Doesn't seem like it. Right. There you go. Now it works. Also, it makes the finger a lot more slender. Oh, but it does break the it does break the finger here. Right? If I move this up again. Okay. So it works, but it breaks the shape key for the finger. Is it just this shape key? Okay, I uh gotta research this more. Like, what can I do to fix it? So I don't think it will be something that could be fixed because then you will still have issue with the taper with finger. Usually, I don't recommend using the taper with finger mesh. If you want to have taper, you should do it without the finger. And that's why the ice cube finger taper also works a bit weirdly. So that one performs a lot better than this one. So gotta check that one out. Yeah. Wonder. Okay, nope. It doesn't have the problem with Ice Cube, a usage system. Yeah, it still have the bug, but it's different with Ice Cube. Anyway, that's interesting. I should check that out on later time. But for now, let's continue with the hind leg rig. Gonna add this and then assign that. Now this should be able to bend like so. Nice. So let's re-enable this again. There we go. That's the hind leg rig. At least the form bonds part. Still need to make the FK as well as the IK control. Hi Kiyomiyo, welcome to the stream. Try Hytale. I already did on my previous stream. Let me open that here. I also play Vintage Story as well. Okay. So I'll go to my channel here. What? That's video. Should be streams. There you go. You already see the thumbnail here. It's my stream that I did a few days ago. If we skip here, there you go. I'm playing Hytale. It's just a quick tutorial play, not tutorial, survival play here. Just try get a feel what survival is like in Hytale, and overall I really like it, but I know still feel a bit lacking for me. But maybe it's just because I'm used to Vintage Story and really like how Vintage Story did their survival. Like here, for example, is my stream that I do playing Vintage Story. Weird. Oh shit, it's buffering. Yeah, there we go. If I had to choose between Vintage Story or Hytale, I'll definitely pick Hytale over Vintage Story because I feel like that game has a lot more potential, especially with modding. So both game has open modding. With modding officially supported within the game. But still, I feel like Hytale is a lot more polished compared to Vintage Story. And yeah, though I like both games, and I still like Minecraft as well. So yeah, might have stopped playing Minecraft, but still Minecraft is like the OG game. I mean, I still have make Minecraft art, so yeah. All right. No building stream today? No, unfortunately. I will just be working on projects. Okay, what am I doing now? Oh, I remember now. Gotta take this, duplicate, move it to another collection. Then I gotta apply all the rotation here. There we go. And then I set this as rest pose. That way the transformation, but the rotation is 0 out. As you can see, we have -20. And now it became 0. So this will be the rest pose. So the idea is that using copy transform, the form bond here will follow. This will be the FK bond. So we'll follow the FK chain in rest pose like so. like so. For the money, it's important to work. Yeah, especially because I'm working on a commission work right now. And I really want to finish a commission before I start going back to college, which is soon. Yeah, soon. I think that will be forgot. Let me check my DM here. It will be either next week. Wait, is it next week? Oh wait, it's still a while actually. Like 16, no, 9th of February is where I will be going back to. Well, not 9. That's a different date. Okay, somewhere in the middle of February is where I'll be going back to college. So yeah, really want to get a lot of things done before I will be busy with studying again. Because once I busy with study, I won't have time to work on like other projects. When will you go back? Why did you stop? Or what? Or for like the February? Because of studying. I need to study for my college. Well, I won't be completely stopping though. I will still work on project, and especially I will definitely need to finish Enric MCS3 release. But yeah, that means I won't have much time to work on things, so I will only focus on the things that are more important. Not the college, yeah. Alright, let's lock in. First, I will need to move this so it becomes straight again, so I can better see the bone shape. Gonna append the bone shape from my other rig. Then rig, release, base, components, objects, and square, limb square. There you go. Use the limb square. Oops. There you go. Centered. There you go. Gonna use the rest here. Let's start one by one. And make sure the scale is the same or is close enough. All right, one more. There you go. Okay, I gotta put it here. There we go. And for this one, it will be here. I'm asking why you stopped going to college for a while. No, I mean, once I go back to college, I won't have much time to work on projects. So right now, I really want to get a lot of stuff done. I won't be stopping working on projects, but won't have time to work on things, so I gotta focus on the important stuff. Okay, gotta scale this down. Oh. There we go. Okay, I gotta match the side here. There we go. Now I will add a taper here, but that's for later. So I got the rig set. There we go. All right. Now if I add an FK, a copy transform to FK, it should follow the shape. So let's delete all of this. Copy transform. Oh, space, I forgot. Okay, it is for space. There we go. Copy transform. And copy transform. Oh yeah, and the ankle as well. Copy transform. There we go. So now the form bone should follow the FK bone here. I just need to rename this. CTL leg TP.FK. MD PT and ankle. And of course, gonna increase the wire width 1.5 so it's easier to see and select. I'm starting on setting up driver for the rig. How do you usually do it? Do you use other rig or you use AI to help setting it up? Well, I usually use the same driver setup for the band, like this one. Unfortunately, you cannot see it here, so let me open another space. Let's use a node. Set this to the drivers. So I always use the same setup for the band here. Like in this case, script expression, just in case I need to change that. Then the modifiers, I use this to set the curves for the driver. And usually play around with the setting, but always use the same. Usually 1 in the amplitude and then 0.5 in the phase multiple. I don't really understand any of this. I just like to use this for the driver setup. For the rest of the driver, I usually play around with the expression here to to set what is it? Usually as a switch. So I use like an if else statement for the setting. Let me save this first. Save that. Let me once again empty scene. Import the rig. There you go. Okay, what should I use example? Like this one, for example. I want that the arm to only the arm bone only to show up if the setting is correct for the IKFK. So in IK, it should only show the IK, but if I change to FK, it should change to FK. And if I enable the bone override, it should show both as well as the extras bone here. For this, I use this setup. Oh shit, there's so many. Okay, this is a little bit difficult. There you go. So here's the expression I use to set this one. So first I add all of the variable here and also name it, but you don't really need to. Just use this. I just do this so it's easy for me to know which variable does what. So here we have the IKFK switch. So it takes the value from the IKFK switch from each limb setting here. And then we have the IKFK bone override, which takes the custom properties from here. So we have two variables. Then we have the expression here, which is logic. So set this to 1 if the IKFK is less than 0.5. So if it's less than 0.5 here, it is set to IK. But if it's bigger than 0.5, then switch to FK. Or if the IKFK bone override is equal to 1, else 0. So if the IKFK bone override is 1, then it will become 1. So it will enable all of the collection here as well as this one. So yeah, that's basically how I do it. Just play around with the expression here. And for something like the former, should enable the disable me here. There you go. Always use the same setting, just in a different form. Though for this one I use an expression, but this should do the same as the one I showed before. It's just that this one is condensed into a single expression, which is much simpler, but then it's kind of difficult to adjust. And besides, you cannot see it here. But yeah, that's about it for drivers. Driver setup for ARM types. That one's most difficult. I want to set up on my rig module test if my rig works. Well, for me, it's the same thing. Just use the expression logic to enable or disable each ARM type. It's just a matter of how you set up the ARM type. For me, I add the driver to the mesh visibility, viewport and render, as well as the bone collection for each ARM type. Oh, no, that's for the fingers. For the main arm, still use the same arm. And then also for the static transform for moving the arm when switching. So it's flush with the main body. Anyway, let's continue with this one. Okay. For the IK here, it will be a lot different. Okay, need to enable it. Okay, I need to open the other window here. Like, let's see. Oh, wait. Oh, I can just switch it from here. So I don't have to open the setting. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I'm very bad at logics. It's not a very complicated logic. It's just an if-else statement. I could just search on Google for like the list of our expression, or could just ask AI to help you with setting up the expression. I mean, I did that a few times. Like I want to set up a very complicated expression. Well, not very complicated. It's just that it's really long expression. I just told AI to help me with that, and it gives me the expression. I plug it, and it worked. It's difficult because arm type have fingers. I don't know how to set it up. Ah, yeah, for the fingers. I just add drivers for the finger, each finger mesh, and also I use different finger for different arm type. So stiff arm have a rig set for the stiff arm, then the rig set for Alex arm, and then rig set for slim arm. So in total, I have 3 set of fingers for the rig. That way, it makes switching easier because I don't have to move the finger. That I just enable or disable the visibility of the finger, each finger type, depending on the arm type. Okay, I need to check for extras here. And also to make it easier, I should move this somewhere else. So I'm gonna move all of this here. All right. So here's the IK setting. So technically it should be the same as FK. As FK. Just that there's this additional control here. Okay, I gotta dissect this even further. There you go. I'm still bad at speaking with English. In combination with my anxiousness, it makes it even more difficult. Oh, where is it? There you go. That's the controller or pivot. There you go. All right. Wait. There you go. All right. I think I get it here. So time to switch to this. Okay, first let's start by cleaning up, reorganizing the bone collection here. So main, limbs. Wait, is it called limbs or just limb without S? I need to make sure that the naming is the same with the rest of my rig. Limbs with S. All right. Put it here. Leg.L. Leg.L. FK. And then IK. And extras. Now I won't add any like tweak system or spline, something like that, because well, the rig is already complicated enough with this custom hind leg system. So yeah, besides I don't really need that, just need the hind leg rig. Alright, my coffee set. Gonna move this to FK. Move this to add another collection. Internal. Bendy bones. Leg.l. Oops, I forgot. Bendy. I can select all of these, move it to the internal collection. For all of this, collection, the form bones, leg.l, the form. Select all of that, internal, the form, leg.l dot the form. And there we go. Much cleaner now. Hi Kumar, welcome to the string. Bang, orang Indo kah? Ya, saya orang Indo deh. Saya orang Indo. Cuma kalau streaming selalu pakai bahasa Inggris biar lebih mudah mengerti sama viewer internasional. Tapi ya, gue orang Indo. Alright. Next, we'll duplicate the FK bone. Duplicate that and move it to main limb leg IK. I moved it IK for now. This should be the extras, but yeah, I'll set that one up later. Oops. Make sure the IK collection is selected. And let me open my default preset as reference again. Okay, this should be 0.2. Okay, it's already 0.2. I don't understand what you're saying. Yeah, it's Indonesian. Oh, oops. Oh, thank goodness. I thought I accidentally closed it. I need to import another point shape. Sphere. BSV sphere. There you go. Fit there. Sphere. There you go. Okay, this will be the pivot bone. There you go. Of course, wire width 1.5. How do you use Windows XP? Oh no, this is not Windows XP. This is just an overlay I made in OBS. This isn't actually Windows XP. Like, I mean, you see there's a lot of differences. Oh, actually it does look really like Windows XP. But as you can see, the start icon is different, and then the taskbar also different here. Instead of all of the apps you're using, the program you're using. It says workspace. Yeah, this is just an overlay I made in OBS. What project you're making? Is that rig for Minecraft? Yeah, it's actually for commission work I'm currently working on. For well, a furry character. Let me open the reference here. MC reference. Open with Firefox. So here's what I trying to make. Right now I'm working on the leg here. Wait, there you go. Can see the cursor now. So I'm currently working on the leg part here. But once that's done, I will then do the rest of the body model, as well as the textures, because you can hear it through the microphone. Yeah. It's a fender there. I don't remember what it's selling. I think that's fried rice. Because usually when you hear the sound like tuck 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 tuck, I think it's usually fried rice, if I remember. But yeah. Why you don't use model rig MCS? I am current. Wait, no. I could use MCS rig, but because of how the leg is designed, as you can see here, I need to make a custom one. But for the rest of the rig, I will use a module from NRig MCS. In fact, I already have all the asset done here. NRig MCS components. So I already have all of this set. So once I'm done with the leg rig, I will then import the rest of the components here and build my rig. But that's for later. Right now, I will be working on the leg rig first. Oh yeah, I need to import another bone shape. The dumbbell. Of it here. For all of this, I will change this to double circle. Make sure the size is the same. Then I'm gonna rotate this. There you go. Now it should be different here, so it's easier to select. All right, we have the base here. Now I need to add. Okay, it's a bit difficult, so I'm just gonna duplicate this. Apply the. Oh yeah, I have the bone shape here. I mean the shape key. To apply that, then I can apply this. There we go. Delete that. Blender version you use? Do you like newer version? Yeah, I'm currently using 5.0 here, and I always use the latest version of Blender once it's released, and sometimes even the experimental version, just so I could play around with the new tech they implement, as well as the beta version once that version came out. Okay, to set this should be 0.2. There you go. This will be the IK control. There you go. I need to import another bone shape as well. What shape again? I mean, like IK control. There we go. All right, with that set up, next I will need to recreate the hind leg system that I implement here on my previous preset. So I need to add this buffer bone as well as this one. This will be tied to the like IK buffer. So let's do that. Oh, hold on. Check. Okay. Should be the same. Yeah, let's just use this. Duplicate that. Increase the length so it's easier to see. Buffer, leg, upper band. Let's call this band.pp.l. Here you go. Need to create a bone collection to form the buffer bones. Here we go. Leg.l buffer. Gonna move it here. Okay. From here, I will extrude again and snap it there. There you go. This will be the bottom buffer. Oh yeah. And I also need to add the IK buffer. Okay, what's the size? I set this one. 0.2 as well. Okay, I need to change that. Just need to change the name. Cure all of this is in the buffer collection. Hi Kaianims, welcome to the stream. Okay, hold on. Yeah, hi there Kaianims. I see that you're streaming as well. Yeah? Or is it different? Channel here? Dibayar berapa bang buat komis? For this one that I'm currently working on, I was paid $60. Currently only get half of it because that's what I do. I always do like ask for the first half of the payment, and then the rest will be received once I finish the project. Yeah. Yeah, but kind of crashed midstream. Yeah, I haven't watched the rest of the stream here, but still, you're working on a rig preset here. Really cool from what I see. Although I see that you're copying my release video, at least for one of the scene here from the shot. Well, from what I see here, it's really similar with the first Enric release video. I'm fine with it. If you want to copy, that's fine. I can see the driver with the arm type fingers. You could select it from the driver editor. Notes. here. There's usually all the drivers is available from here. It's just that if you have a bunch of drivers, then it will be difficult to select. So make sure that you name your value here or any other value, so you could easily find it here. Because once you have a bunch of drivers, it became very difficult to find the one actually to work on. The finger twisters guy. I thought I copied Macy. Really? I don't know. At least from what I see, it kind of similar with my my release video. Let me open it here. So here's your stream, right? Yeah. And then we go to here. Okay, to this part right here. And then I'm gonna open my release video for Enric. I think that's the first one. There you go. It kind of similar. Though I don't know, it does look a bit different. You can see this one shows the whole body. This one only like focus on the arm. Maybe it's just me, you know. I thought this was like following my release video here. It's for you. That's interesting username there. Welcome to the stream. The music, I mean. The music. I don't know about the music. I just think that the shot here looks kind of similar with my release video here. Okay. How do you learn Blender? Blender stuff from starting. I mean, college of your country or something else, by the way. I'm a big fan from India, where I only option is YouTube. Hi there. Cool, you're from India. There is someone from India on last stream as well. So that's cool. For me, how I learn about Blender, well, it's all from YouTube. So good for you. You don't really need like go to college or something like that. In this age, you could just learn most of the stuff from YouTube. The one I started with is the Blender Guru tutorial. And in fact, recently he just finished a new tutorial series for how to use Blender. It's a playlist. There you go. Blender Donut tutorial. If you're getting started, I recommend starting with this tutorial series because it's very easy to follow and gives you a really nice result in the end.
Welcome to your final serving of donut.
Yeah. In fact, let me open my render here that I made a long time ago. My first ever, well, not really my first ever render, but my first actual project I done in Blender, which is this one. As you can see, donuts. Yeah, if you want to start learning Blender, start with this one and then learn other tutorials as well. I don't really know any other good tutorials, but after this, what you really need to do is to start your own project. Like what you really want to do. You want to do animation, then go learn animation and make animation project. If you want to do modeling, then do some modeling. I don't know, maybe model something from your house or maybe somewhere else. Find reference in internet. If you want to do rigging, and you start watching rigging tutorial and make your own rigs, either character or other model. And if you're learning rigging, you can just ask me in Discord. Could help you as long as you ask something specific. But yeah. Can I get your skin via DM? I want to make an experiment animation. Sure. Which DM though? Because I have DM open on my Twitter and Blue Sky, though for some reason my Twitter DM doesn't work. Like I couldn't open it for some reason. It says like the key is missing or something like that. So yeah, I'm currently the only way you can DM me right now is Blue Sky or Discord. I mean, you can also DM me on Ko-Fi, but Blue Sky or Discord, and mostly Discord because that's where I'm mostly active. Anyway, let's continue. It's currently 8:30 right now, so I better finish this so I can continue with the other project. And so I could finish it before I need to wash the dishes. That's the thing I always do every night. All right. I need to adjust the length of this. Let's set this to 575 for now. All right, so we have the IK here. Oh, all the bones set up for IK. Well, except for the pole. Let's do this. Let's do that first. For continue. Oops. Okay, need to make sure the size is the same. So 0.1, then roll 0. And I need to import another bone shape. Arrow side 1. This will be the pole here. So arrow side 1. 1.5. Like IK pole. There we go. Right now I'm just gonna parent it to the IK controller. Hi Purple Ninja. Welcome to the stream. Okay. Oh yeah, I also need to run this the IK control buffer to the main IK control. Alright. So now I just need to copy all the constraints I do for the leg rig here. Okay. I better check it here first. Let's start with this one. Alright. Target the rig, it's the same. Buffer. Okay, target is buffers, so this one. And then the pole is the pole. It's used to standard setting for the IK. So let's do that first. So in first kinematic, set this to 2. Armature, and set this to the pole. Minus 90. Oh wait, it should be the buffer bone, not the main control. There you go. Nice. Next. Okay, I need to check for. Where is it? There you go. This one's just the copy rotation for the buffer bone. So next, this one have IK. It's the same IK setup with this one. So I could just copy that one, huh? This one, there's nothing there. And this one, what is this? Ah, this one copy transform to this one. And then I'm guessing this one is parented to the pivot bone. Yep, parented to the pivot. So let's do this. So first of all, the ankle. Oh, wait, I forgot. I need to change this to IK. Actually, I need to change all of this, but that's for later. For now, just gonna copy rotation. There we go. I'll add the driver later. Hold on. Oh, wait. Just roll. There we go. And next, this one. This one should have the IK. So I could just copy to this one. Copy. Okay, to make sure the value is the same. So 2 and 2. All right. This one should have nothing. With this one, copy transform, roll space. There we go. I'm gonna double check. Right. And this one will be parented to the leg pivot. So let's see. Nice. All right. Let's re-enable that. Actually, let's enable this as well as the form bone. I'm gonna duplicate this. Oh, wait. For that, I will need to rename all this bone. Turn it into IK. Hold on. If I change this one, no, I haven't add the FK to this one. Or actually, I put it on the wrong part. Yeah. This will be MDIK. BTIK. This one ankle. Control. Bend. Pivot. Pole. I think the pole should be. No, actually, that's the actual size. All right. We have all the bones set up. Next, I will add another copy transform. This one will be set to FK. Change this to IK. Like so. We'll double check here. Rewind order rig. Alright. Now we do the same with the rest of the deformed bone. No, I can't do it. It's complicated. I need help. Which one? The arm type thing? I guess as what you need to do and what need help with, but in detail, like what you and in specific thing, what you actually need help with. Okay, it's IK. Okay, I forgot to change this to IK. There we go. IK, IK, IK. More here. There we go. Now let's give it a try. There we go. Nice. Ooh, there's this dampening effect. Interesting. The one I made before doesn't have that kind of effect, I think. Maybe it's just because how the rig is set up, like with this one. That must be, there must be some kind of, yeah, there's a limit here. But still, we got the rig set up nicely. I wonder what happened if we increase this. Okay, what about we decrease this? Ah, all right. So we can increase or decrease the limit. Oh, not that one. Should be this one. Okay, that's the snapping. Don't really like it. Hmm. I'll keep it right like this for now. But yeah, we got most of the leg rig done. I just need to like readjust some of the setting, like add the limit to the IK and do some cleanup, obviously, and it should be done. Oh yeah, and also the rig setting, the setting for the IKFK and stuff. But yeah, like the base is done, and that will be it for this project. So let's save. Right, before I continue with the next project, I will, well, wash the dishes first. So yeah, I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. I use your MCS too, but it's too difficult for me to use your rig without preview rig explanation. And I don't know configure in the rig UI, in the UI menu, like setting bound. Site 1 per 1 but nothing influence. I guess your rig is not intended for a newbie user. Yeah, it is a bit more advanced, despite me trying to simplify it as much as I can. But yeah, it is quite advanced. Also, if you have any issue with the rig UI, there is a bug in MCS2 where the rig UI won't work. Like, not everything, but the dashboard setting, for example, it doesn't work in 5.0. So if you're having issue, I recommend that you change the setting via the custom properties instead. Ouch. Oh, there you go. I'm going to edit your SSN edit rig where I want to turn it to villager with clothes from the MC prep add-on villager clothes. Please help me, I suck. Well, if you're in my Discord server, you can just ask it in the help channel. Also, I recommend that you use the entertainer rig instead of SSN edit because that one is really old and yeah, I don't think it will work well with newer version of Blender. And besides, the newer rig is much cleaner. That one is just someone else's rig that I modify because like a custom version of the rig. I'm currently eating snack right now, so if you're wondering what the sound is. Alright, let's move on to the other project. But first I gotta close all the other Blender Blender files. I'm gonna open my Blender project. So here we go. It's another post project where I took a reference and then tried to recreate it. Though in this case, I didn't completely recreate it. I did like some modification from the reference, like the head, for example, and the hand here, mostly because the character doesn't have any pockets. So yeah, but most of the pose and the shot is based on the reference. What I'm gonna do now is to light the scene and then render it. Okay, since transparent. Can you make a chibi rig? Yeah, I can make that. No! Sorry about that. Yeah, I think I can make a chibi rig, though I haven't made any. But it should be with my skills that I have. Hold on though. I think the pose here could be improved. I don't know. Let me readjust it even more. It's because it's in individual origin mode. There you go. Better compare this to the previous version to see if it actually make things better or worse. I don't know. I still prefer the old version, but I need to readjust it a bit. This one. There we go. Bit better. Let's save that. Now we can do the lighting. Let's start in area light. Then I need to create the light linking group. LG R. That way the light only lights the character mesh. Right. Duplicate this. Scale it up. This will be the backlight. Hi, chilling Paribes. Welcome to the stream. Wait, Paribes? Hello there. Aren't you the one that make the rig? Or like, yeah, you're the one that make the Roblox rig. Yeah, anyway, welcome to the stream. Currently I'm working on a render project here. I think in the scene. Oh, the character. Not really so much on the scene. There you go. So you can see the soul there. Another one who does this winter music. Okay, much better now. Hi, I can read Cyrillic, so hi there. Welcome to the stream. Why are there few viewers? Well, that's just how it is with my stream. There aren't many viewers here. People that watch my stream. Most of the viewer comes from YouTube and sometimes from Twitch, but that one is really rare. Most of my viewers are from YouTube, but even then, most of the time the chat is really quiet. So yeah, and there aren't many people watching my stream, which is sad though. I mean, I spend all of my time and energy for streaming, but it is what it is. Okay, I need to make this closer. There you go. I'm bored. Well, what you want me to do? You want me to sing? You want me to sing again on stream? Can play a bit of Hytale at the end of the stream. I don't know. Bang ngajarin bikin rim light. Well, not really good at rim lighting or setting up lighting. Usually, I just add light at the back of the character. So as you can see here, it adds like this highlight to the character here. In fact, I'm gonna add some more here. Basically just gonna add lights until the character looks good for me. Set this to 10. There you go. I think this looks quite good. At least good enough for me. I mean, it's a simple render. I don't need any complicated lighting. Tidak gunakan surface scattering, subsurface scattering. I do use SSS, but only on the skin here. Here, see the skin material have the subsurface. Oh wait, it's covered. Yeah, there you go. Have the subsurface, while the main material Oh, it does have subsurface, but only a bit. I usually use subsurface for the skin material. Alright. Next, I will light the gun model. Add another light. Create new light linking group. LLG. Gun. There you go. Put the collection there. Now this light will only light the gun model. We'll look it up close here. Duplicate that. There you go. Maybe another one at the front so you can better see the gun. So, but make it subtle. Make it more like a filler light. Yeah. Bang, topologi pentingkah untuk MC rig? Yeah. Topology is quite important, especially if you want to prevent clipping in your mesh. Like this rig, for example. Let me go to modeling here. This rig have an additional controller for the facial, specifically the mount. We enable facial topology. There's these controls here. What it does is so you can adjust the topology here in case if there's any clipping like so. So you can manually move this and it will readjust the topology. And for the main facial topology, it's also really important when you like designing the rig. Like how all of the how the lines here flow through the mesh. Because well, I can't really show it here, but sometimes when you didn't set the, well, not sometimes, if you didn't set the topology correctly, you will get clipping at certain poses. But yeah, I'm not really good at explaining this. If you want, if you have an example you can show me, then I can help you with that. It wasn't the best new year for me. Well, I'm not, for me it's not bad, but it's the same as any other year, at least right now. I would want to watch you sing. I missed the stream that time because I was having a worse time back then. You have to move away somewhere for days. So that's why you're like not chatting. Well, because you're moving. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll finish this project first, and then I'll do singing. I mean, I forgot who asked for this, but someone wanted me to sing the Persona 3 It Going Down Now song. So yeah, maybe I can sing that today. I mean, I originally want to sing it during New Year, but at the time nobody's watching my stream. The stream died in the middle there, so yeah, I missed the chance there. Bang, itu subdivisionnya yang viewport terlalu tinggi kok. Gak nambah garis seperti yang terapkan di box kosong. It's probably because you enable the optimal display is enabled. If you disable this, then you can see all of the subdivisions. But I recommend keeping this on, so the viewport's much clearer, and you can better see the main topology lines instead of all of the additional subdivision lines. Hi Prismarine, welcome to the stream. How's your day? I'm doing fine. What about you? I hope you're doing fine as well. Let's just watch you play Hytale now. Nah, I don't really want to play Hytale right now. Just not really in the mood. That's nice. Nice. I'm great. Good to hear. Anyway, how many people watching my stream right now? Only 2 that is active. I'm in the gym right now. Ooh, nice. It's another one of these bots. There we go. Return to the Shadow Realm bot. Wait. Cannot delete this. Be right back. Alrighty. Okay, this deleted now, but still show on the streamer bot chat. All right, let's continue. I think the lighting is good for now, so let's continue with the compositing. Oh, but before that I need to save incremental. And of course I need to import the contrast node. Oh. There we go. As usual, exposure, contrast, saturation, tune image, color correction. There we go. Let's start by adding the contrast and then increasing the exposure and increasing the contrast. There we go. And then adjusting the saturation a bit. Maybe 1.2. Then I need to reduce the saturation on the skin here. 0.65. 0.6. 0.55. Or just 0.4. Just 0. 0.3. Okay, it's too washed out. Maybe it's just the rendering. I'll set it to 0.5. Bang, apa perbedaannya append dengan link? Well, with append, you take all of the objects from the other array and basically create a duplicate. But with link, the object that you import is linked with the project file. So if you change the whatever you import using link on the other project file, it will be copied to the project file you imported to. By the way, dari loketmu Jawa bang? Yeah, I'm Javanese. Specifically Sundanese. I live in Bandung for a long time now. That's why I grew up. Though I don't understand Sundanese completely and can't speak Sundanese, which is kind of weird. Just part of my childhood. Never really get along with the other children. So I'm not really like used to speaking Sundanese. Point 1. Point 4. Okay, let's check this. Nice. Oke, saya Sulawesi Tengah, tepatnya Palu. Wow, that's quite far away from where I am. That's cool. Kedepannya mau jadi apa bang? Lagi kuliah kah? Yeah, I'm currently studying. Specifically English literature because that's the thing that I can do right now. Previously, I studied at IT, information technology, studying computers and stuff, but I suck at it. My grade is just terrible, so I moved to English literature. For what I want to be in the future, I was hoping to work on some studio, work on rigs or any other 3D projects. And of course, still have the like YouTube and other art stuff as like the side project, side hobby or side hustle, you could say. In fact, a while ago, my dad sent me an opening in From Software. Like, imagine if I could work at From Software. That will be the dream. Just want to see you build something, man. I also study in IT right now. I also suck at it. Yeah. You really need to understand a lot of things when you study in IT. Not just computer stuff, but math stuff as well. And your logic needs to be really, really sharp. Otherwise, you wouldn't really be able to go far. In fact, most of the time I use ChatGPT to make my codes while I was at IT. So yeah, that's how terrible I am. Ya bang, saya kerja di Indo. Yeah, I mean, my dad always warned me about it. Like, when you want to find work, you should find work outside of Indonesia because, well, the job market here is just not really good. Like, a lot of his brother, my dad's brother, like work at factory. So yeah, I don't want to work at a factory, especially because I'm not really like a strong man. I cannot carry like 500 boxes in a day. So yeah, if I want a job, I definitely need to find it outside of Indonesia, especially if I want to find something that is within my realms of expertise. So like 3D stuff and something like that. Well, bang, saya juga kuliah ekonomi, nggak lulus jurusan IT. Yeah, we are the failures of IT. Right. One more note. The color correction. Okay, that's a bit too much. Maybe something subtle. Let's see. Yeah, only a bit. Right, there we go. I mainly choose IT thinking that I might relate to what I want to do. Turns out it wasn't. I basically wasted 3 years and almost 4 years of my life. Yeah, same with me. Because, you know, I'm interested with 3D stuff, so computer stuff might make sense. But turns out, while I do kind of like coding, I suck at it. I suck at the logic. I suck at the math. And yeah, turns out computer stuff wasn't really in it for me. Though luckily I only waste 2 years. But still, that's time and money wasted. Kalau belajar software lain kah? Kayak DaVinci, AA, Premiere, PS lain-lain? Well, I do use other software. Blender is just my main 3D software. But I also use GIMP for like image editing. I don't have Photoshop. And I do also have DaVinci Resolve, though I rarely use that software because most of the time I just edit video in Blender because it's simpler. And besides this, what other software I have here? No, actually those are like the main software I use. I also have Houdini, but I mostly use that for like when I try to learn the software, but I gave up because the learning curves is so high when you're learning Houdini. Well, in fact, it's not a learning curve, it's a learning cliff. You need to get used with climbing the Houdini cliff. There's also Maya here. I have Maya installed as well as Cinema 4D, but I don't really use those software. Mostly use it to open project files made with Maya and Cinema 4D. And yeah, that's about it. Blender is like my main software that I always use. Okay, I think the render looks good enough. So I gotta save incremental, set this to render result, right, and start rendering. Now I'm not sure what to do. What specific you study it in it, Carpusy? Like web, Android, ML? Bang, jadi fokus minatmu ke 3D character modeling ya daripada environment? Well, for me, I mostly focus on modeling and rigging. So, like modeling a character, like the mesh stuff, and then rig it so it can be posed and animated. Though I mostly do renders. Almost, I don't do animation anymore. I do want to make animation, but the amount of time and effort to make an animation is just too much for me. Besides, I really enjoy making renders. By the way, sudah semester berapakah, Bang? I'm currently third semester. I didn't like start over completely from IT, so it's more like switching. So some of the grades carried over from when I was in IT. Tidak masuk 3D product kah? Well, unfortunately, there is none like in my campus. Like if there is a, what is it? The word for it, I forgot. Kalau ada jurusan 3D mah, aku emang langsung jump ke situ gitu mah, no doubt. Tapi karena nggak ada, jadi ya itu makanya kenapa aku milih IT, karena menurut aku ini kayaknya pas deh, tapi ternyata nggak matching. Jadi akhirnya sekarang pindah ke English literature. Anyway, sorry if I suddenly speak Indonesian out of nowhere. Kind of difficult sometimes for me to say what I have in mind in English, especially because my English is still terrible. Though, after streaming for a while now, I started to get used to it, getting better and better, but it's still terrible. C, HTML, Java, C++, C#. Oh, interesting. For me, I think the one that really got me interested is like programming with C++. No, not C++. What's it? Java, I think, the one that got me interested. Mostly because at the demo, they show like making an application with GUI, and that really interests me. Meanwhile, programming with C++, they only make simple program that only runs in the terminal, and I don't know, just not really that interesting for me. Wait, hold on. I think the character is a bit too desaturated or something like that. I better bump this to 0.6. Right, render it again. I'm starting to get bored. There is nothing I want to do. Obviously, you need to choose something and focus instead of jack of all master. You mean jack of all trades? Yeah. Need to focus on something. Bang, fungsi menu scene di atas collection itu apa ya? Scene? Oh, you mean this? This is to set different scene. So in Blender, you can have multiple scene inside your project file. So imagine scene as its own world, you know? Like in Minecraft, you have multiple world. So scene is kind of like that, where you can have scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, and you can have scene as its own separate world. You could say that, or you could have a scene link with another scene. In case if your scene is like on the same place or something like that. And I usually use scene to render stuff in multiple layer. Actually, let me save this first. I gotta save the image. Pause off for 3. There you go. save this. Okay, I'm gonna open one of my project file where I use scenes to separate things. Moonlight 5.0. There you go. Ah, damn it. No. I accidentally overwrite my project file. Scheiße. Luckily, there's a backup here. Oh, I was so careless. Ugh. I misclicked. I should have clicked open instead of save as. Oh, okay. Better not make the same mistake here. I better check. There you go. I accidentally overwrite the project file, so it saved the post of project instead of opening this one. All right. So here's a project file here where I utilize scenes to like separate elements of the render. So here is the car scene or the main scene here. Here I have other scene. So here's the scene. This is where the ground here. And then there's the frame scene. We have the frame object here. I have no idea why this one, the character should be disabled. And then there's the shadow scene. Here's what it looked like in like the render mode here. So this is the shadow. This is the frame. It seems like this one is disabled in the camera, so we can see it. Then we have the floor here and main character. And here's the composing setup. Let's delete this. So as you can see, we have the character scene here, and then it was joined with the other scene, and the final result look like this. You gotta wait a bit for all the scene to render and merge together. There you go. It's the final result. So all of the scene here merged together into one. So here's the character scene, the floor, the shadow, the frame. It was merged together to this. You can also use this thing. It's called view layer, but this one mostly used to make sure to make certain stuff in your collection appear or disappear. But I mostly use scene because you can, well, as I said before, you can basically link scene. So objects from one scene use on the other scene, or make its own separate scene. Saya mau buat preset satu tempat seperti scene 1 buat rig dan scene 2 gabungan. Saya sudah link rig scene 1 tapi kedua, tapi kita gerakin scene 2, rig 1 kegerak juga. That's because it's linked. So the rig in scene 1 is linked with the scene 2. So anything you do, hold on, let me double check it here. Yeah. Berarti saya salah pakai, tapi buat apa dipisah? Well, for me, I split it like so I could adjust each element without affecting the rest. I mean, you can see here, have the character here, and he has his own compositing setup here: exposure, contrast, tune image, color balance, and then there's also different adjustment for like the floor here. We have raw, exposure, contrast, saturation, etc. So the reason why I separate it like this is so I can adjust each element as individual, instead of like adjusting on all of these, which wouldn't look great. Oh yeah, that's about it. Sebenarnya saya ingin biar tiap scene independen gitu. In that case, you need to new scene is create a new empty scene. If you want your scene to be the same but independent, then you need to do a full copy instead of just copy the setting or link copy. You need to do a full copy. If you do this, you can see all the objects have the .001 or higher suffix. That means everything is a duplicate. So now if I go to scene 1 and then adjust the pose like so, go to scene .001, this one won't follow because this scene is a copy of scene 0. Let's just call it that. But yeah, you need to do a full copy instead of link copy, because if you do a link copy, if you change this, it will follow with the previous scene. And yeah, that's about it. Oh yeah, I finished the render. So next, I will edit the final result in game. So I'm gonna close Blender, game. There you go. Tapi kalau rig 1 saya mau atur dengan desainnya rig 2 harus ikut juga. If you make modification on rig 1, you need to also do the modification on rig 2 as well. Because the rig is a duplicate from scene 1, you need to do the modification on the other rig as well. Alright, let's add a background. There we go. Hold on. Okay, I need to add color, exposure, 0.3. Nice. And saturation. Just a bit. 1.15. Then let's try adding a blur, lens blur. Maybe not that one. Where is it? Focus blur. Ah, there we go. Hi, Mascimation. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Ender. It's your bro from India here. Ah, you're back. Welcome back. Yeah, there's someone in the chat here who's also from India. Where is it? There you go. So that's cool. Another Indian here. All right. Increase this. Make it subtle. There you go. Things looks good enough. Well, that's for me. Well, whatever. Let's just finish this. The last thing I need to add is my watermark. Okay, it's too big. To be honest, after last I did research about Indonesia and found out you're just like us. Yeah. Well, I mean, we live in we're part of the Asia, so it's not much different. Well, there's some difference, but there is a lot of similarities as well. There you go. I think this look good enough. Yeah. Okay, I just noticed this the clipping, but yeah, it's part of the render. Anyway, I just save this. 4-3 save and export. All right. One last thing before the project ends, I need to render the wireframe. All right. It is to matcap, object, wireframe. Then the color, I need to change this to standard. Disable all the compositing. No, it should be mute. All right. Need to adjust the depth here so the wireframe will clash. Same thing with the eye here. There you go. Much cleaner. Keep the inside like so. And now viewport render preview. Save as 4-3 wire. Save as. Don't save. Let me go back to game. File open as layer. 4-3 wire. Exposure. Increase the exposure. 0.75. And increase this a bit. And there you go. That's the wireframe render. There's still this, but whatever. Save as, or not save as, export as 4-3 wireframe. And there you go. The project is done. Let's see the final result. Okay, where is it? There you go. Open with Firefox. Same thing with the wireframe. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. There you go. Aku udah di DM Bang Discord. Nice. I'll check it later after stream. Question: do you guys do have relatives that pick into everything of yours? Because we do. Yeah, we do. So I don't know how much in yours, because while here they do prod a lot, but for me at least, I don't think they really like pick into like your own private life too much. But yeah, they do here. All right. So here's the final result. And here the wireframe render. Now let's compare this with the rest of the renders that I made for post of 4. So here's the first render I made with help of Franco, a friend at Discord. It's a bit too big here. Let's open the other render then. Where is it? There you go. And here's the second render I made. So first, second, third. What do you think? I gotta do this. Yeah. What do you think of the render here? The first render, the second render, and the third render. Here in India, relatives are very picky. First question: when you turn 25, when are you getting married? Married? I don't really know much about it because I don't really like think much about it. But usually people marry like there's like difference for male and female. I think male is like 25 is like the limit for when they can marry. For women, I don't remember. Let me check here in internet. Okay, so 21 years old for female and 25 for male. So here it says that you can start at 19, but I don't know. I haven't heard anyone who like married at 19. It's usually married a bit later. But I don't really know much about marriage anyway because I don't really think much about it. Beli senjata Afrika? Yeah, it's free. In Indonesia, Gen Z not married until they're rich. Yeah, that's also the thing here. You usually married once you like got a job or something like that, or have a house or something like that. Basically, to make sure that you can support the family. Especially now with everything getting more and more expensive, less and less people I really want to like have a burden of carrying a family. Welcome to India, buddy. Here people get married at 25. All right, so that's all for today's stream. We finish. Well, I finish working on the leg rig for the commission, and then finish this render. Yeah, really excited. Marriage costs money. Yeah, marriage also costs money. So you definitely need to have a lot of money to marry. Not only to support your family, but just to marry requires a lot of money. Unless your marriage is simple, because not every marriage needs to be like extravagant. Some marriage here are very simple. Like usually just the don't really have any like big party or something like that. Now you see Japan birth rate decline. Yeah, they're trying to combat that, like giving support for families, but still, it's not enough to make people want to marry more. Ender will never get married, lol. Don't say that. No, you're cursing me. No, I will forever be virgin. Ah. Anyway, it's getting late now. It's almost 10 here. So, I gotta end the stream here for today. I don't know, maybe next time we'll play some Hytale. Either Hytale or Vintage Story. Because I haven't played Vintage Story for a while now. So yeah. Because he struggles to make friends. Yeah. Well, who knows? Love always finds a way, you know? Maybe I don't have friends right now, but for some odd chance I can meet someone who ended up becoming my wife. So who knows? Who knows? Anyway, I gotta end the stream here. We'll meet again at Tuesday next week. If everything goes well, of course, because who knows, maybe I won't be able to stream, but if everything goes well, then I'll stream again at Tuesday. Hytale? Yeah, either Hytale or Vintage Story. We'll see. Anyway, thank you so much for everyone who has joined the stream and chat on chat. And I'll see you again next time. Bye. Where is it? There you go.